In this video, we will cover how to build a brand new ALEKS chemistry course, select objectives, set post-objective knowledge checks, and manage the due dates for the objectives. To begin, navigate to your instructor main page. On your main page, click on Instructor Administration and a drop-down menu will appear. Under the middle column, Classes, you will see New Class. Click on that link. On the next screen, you will see many different options for the course template you would like to use. You can either build one from a standard course format, copy a class from a colleague at your institution, copy a class from another institution by knowing the class code, or create a custom course. For this video, we will create a custom course, although we typically recommend that you start with a copied course that a colleague or your ALEKS implementation manager has provided. The next page will allow you to set the initial parameters of your course. Once you select that you will be the instructor of record, you will want to select your course product. This will allow you to choose the best template to start with. This can be first or second semester general chemistry, introductory chemistry, or summer prep for chemistry. For name, give your course an identifying name. If you are teaching multiple sections, you can identify them using the section field, or you can put all the students together. For dates, this is the lifetime of the course, and in good practice, you want to have the start date be approximately 1 week before the start of the lecture course, and the end date be the date of the final exam. At the bottom, you will see New Initial Knowledge Check. This will test the skills of your students when they enter your course and allow for ALEKS to adapt to each individual student. At the very bottom of this page, you will see a green Create Class button. Hit that to continue. After your course is created, you will have a page of What's Next. You can go right to the home page of your newly created course, or you can immediately customize the course content. Once you arrive at the Course Content Customization page, you will have 2 critical options to edit. If you are using a McGraw-Hill education textbook, you can integrate the text into your ALEKS course as an ebook. If you are using another text, you can still have ALEKS customize your course to the chapters and structure of the book of choice. The second option is creating individual objectives with or without due dates. Once you have established the course you want, hit the green Continue button at the bottom of the screen. You will now be taken to the Content and Objective Editor. Available topics to be placed into the course will be found on the left, while the ALEKS objectives you have in your course will be added to the right side with the due dates. Changing the name of the objective, adding a knowledge check, or adding an open pie objective can be changed by clicking the Edit link next to the name of the objective in the right column. If you would like to add a specific topic or individual question, clicking the Topic folder on the left with the plus sign will open the drop-down to look at specific topics. If you would like to add a specific topic, you can click and drag that topic to your objective folder. If you want an example problem of the question, double-click the title of the topic in either the Available Topics or ALEKS Objective Editor. It is good practice to have 1 objective due per week, and for each objective to have approximately 10 to 15 topics each. In order for the knowledge checks to properly assess the student's learning of the material, it is critical to have a knowledge check about every 2 weeks or about every 25 to 30 topics learned. You may need to remove some post-objective knowledge checks from your list of objectives. Once you have added the topics that you want to include in your ALEKS objectives, now it is time to assign the due dates. 1 objective opens at a time, and once the previous objective closes, the next objective set opens. These dates can be modified by clicking on the gray box associated with that assignment. A drop-down calendar will appear and you will be able to select the due date and time. If you select an incorrect due date or one that overlaps with another assignment, red warning signs will appear next to a red text until you correct the due date. Many faculty like to have objectives due once a week on a specific day, while others prefer to have 2 assignments to break up the length. It would be good to compare your syllabus and in-class lecture schedule and make the material due in ALEKS approximately 3 to 4 days after it has been covered in class. Another important objective type is open pie objectives. This allows students to return to topics they have lost in previous knowledge checks or simply left behind in previous objectives. This module can be added by clicking on the Edit link and clicking Insert Open Pie Objective. Now that we have our topics and a schedule of due dates, your course will be able to go live for your academic semester. For an extra resource, you can access the Course Summary page from the Class Admin tab, and then view your ALEKS syllabus to provide you with a hard copy summary of your ALEKS content. This is a good reference for you as well as your students. You can find additional tutorials on McGraw-Hill's website, as well as technical support via the ALEKS chat function, email, or phone.